Here is some info and tasting notes on the Bowmore 12-year-old. So the Bowmore distillery was established in 1779, so been around for a very long time, making some fantastic whiskies. They've got some very collectible stuff that they make. This year being their 12-year-old, so it is a peated whiskey distilled on the island of Islay, and it is aged for a minimum of 12 years. Interestingly, Bowmore still actually does their own floor malting. So when they go and steep the barley in water in order to be able to get it to start germinating, they still do that by hand and their floor maltings on site, which is only a handful of distilleries still doing that. So quite a cool thing. I think if you go and visit this distillery, it's quite a fun thing to be able to go and see that firsthand. This whiskey over here spends most of its time predominantly in American oak cask, but there is some sherry cask influence in it too. So you can see that on the color. It's got quite a nice dark gold, dark amber color to it. So if you have a go on the nose, what you'll find is you get quite a lot of vanilla in the beginning. You get a nice chocolatey note that comes off of it too. There's very, very subtle smoke, so not as big and as powerful as a lot of other peated whiskies. And then there's also that beautiful kind of salty salinity hiding in the background there. So you definitely know, even if you could do this blind, you would know that there was definitely some seaside influence in this. So having a taste of it, you'll find that you're getting a lot of that kind of salty caramel, so that kind of play between that salty sweetness. You get quite a nice meaty richness that comes off of it too. There's definitely some really dark fruit going on in there somewhere. There's a very gentle peat to it. Not a very big kind of mouth-filling smoke, and I think that's also played off by the sweetness a little bit. So a really great single malt if you're looking to enjoy peat in a different way, or if you maybe have never been a big fan of peat before. It's a great way to get your palate kind of adjusted to what that means without being too overwhelming. So yeah, a really pleasant dram, and I hope you enjoy it.